Good evening, everybody. This is yours truly, Mr. Steven, and welcome to the very special episode on the Steven Factor. The TMNT week is still continued, but I will do a review of the 2007 movie called TMNT on the side for just a few more minutes. Just a few minutes. Because tonight I'm trying to do something a little different that I have been never done this on the show. For the past 5 nights from now, you saw the news, which is coming around the nation, coming across the nation and around the world about the passing of George Floyd. Now, let's be honest, George Floyd became a phenomenon during this process. A week ago, this white police officer from Minnesota kneeled his knee into his neck. And when George Floyd said those last words, "Please, I can't breathe," he's been officially arrested for the first degree murder and the second degree manslaughter. And if I correct, if not, just give me a comment so I could fix it. But anyways, I've been watching the news all weekend. I heard people being voices heard, but also I felt angry, heartbroken, stunned, and it feels like you've been punching somebody's face. Now, I know some people are decide to stand up and join their fights. There's so many protesters out there for violence. There's police brutality as well, pushing so many innocent people that they do anything wrong, especially for black people as well. But also, America needed change whatsoever. At 7 o'clock, Donald Trump just went to church visit and lift up a black Bible that this book represents his protector. And I said to myself, Mr. President, why do you have a Bible in your hand? Did God will save you? Did Jesus Christ, our Lord Savior, will save you? No. It's not. Because you've been sitting here and do nothing that everything is gonna be alright. But it's not everything's gonna be alright because it just happened. The protest just happened from New York to Chicago to Philadelphia to Ohio to Utah to Minnesota to the Atlanta, Georgia. Everything, they're everywhere. They're completely everywhere. And I'm so very pissed off right now because people definitely need some change. And we're all definitely need a change. But the question is, whose fault is it? We already know that the police from Minnesota did a wrong thing, who got murdered with George Floyd kneel on his neck, but also the person who didn't help our country is Donald Trump himself. That guy is scared. And there's no way whatsoever that he's not going to win on this year's re-election. And just be honest with you, like I said since 2016, because that guy doesn't have no political experience whatsoever. But look at what happened 3 years later. Everything is effed up in this nation. His racism is completely trash. Stinks. Horrible. Disrespectful. Making fun with the Mexicans. Homophobic. Transgenders. blacks, whites, whatever, whatchamacallit. Because President Trump needs to stand up and acting like a true meaning of president really it is. He messed up everything. And he cannot fix it all at once. He thinks that being a president is a good job. But look what happened. We have protests. We have coronavirus. Everything is messed up. He went to China, trade, and let me tell you something. China is the secret weapon of Trump's gig. That was a total mess. He made a trade deal from China, and since the coronavirus got hit, 100,000 people died. It's just sad. It's just really freaking sad. And President Trump should have knew it better. He knew what's going on in this nation. He knew. But he cannot take it anymore. He doesn't care about American people. All he cares about is himself. And that's why he's been done this from the beginning. He wants to make America great again. But it's not. America's been destroyed. And we need a change. Badly. We need change 100%. And President Trump cannot do nothing. But Joseph Biden will. Last Friday, when I cleaned up the house, when Martin and I have been talking about what's going on in this situation, and he's very angry, and he doesn't want to talk about it. But when Martin thinks that if President Trump will do that again to help Russia to win his re-election, everything get much even worse. And I explained to him, it's not going to happen, Martin. It's not going to happen. But the most important that we need to do is have patience and have faith. That's all that matters. When the protesters decide to march, to stand up, who would believe them and stand to their own rights, they have to do it. We need peace in this nation. We need justice in this nation. And it feels like we're in the Ronnie King episode all over again. And it's just sad. And I think President Trump and the administration did a very good job whatsoever. I'm telling you. He's scared. Big time. And there's no way whatsoever that he's not going to be reelected again. But let me tell you something, only the Lord knows it's going to change. 2020 will go and change everything because that is God's plan. And he's very angry too. Don't worry. Let the big man do his job. I'm not afraid of nothing. I'm not afraid of coronavirus. I'm not afraid of racism. I'm not afraid of protests. I'm not afraid any sweet honey iced tea. And I hope everything will gonna be alright. And I hope the world will gonna ease up. And we're all in this together. I found a very special quote from Martin Luther King Jr. And he said in this very special message, which is over like 50 years ago. And I quote, "I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragedy bound to the starless midnight of racism and war, that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become reality. I believe that unharmed truth and unconfidential love will have the final word." That's it. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. No one is going to say anything. I mean, like, I don't know. There's no response to that. But we don't have no answers at this point. But we will definitely find these answers on this nation behind. The coronavirus is slowing down very slowly. It went down like 57 people who've been lost. But the gathering is very concerned that the coronavirus will be picked up again this winter. But I don't know when this madness will be over. This is going to stop. This is going to stop. And let me tell you something. This protest will be, get ready for night 6 tonight. Because they're getting ready for the repaired. Only God knows. Now the curfew has already been started right now from 11 to 5. And now later it will be 8 o'clock tonight. This 2020 will be over soon. It will. All right, that's my rant, and let's moving on to the 2007 movie called TMNT. Now, let's be honest with you. I have a DVD inside of my container right there. I don't want to show it to you. It's getting deep in there. I don't want to mess up my collection on DVD. But I want to show you this. This is the poster, what it looks like. And that's the same DVD cover that I have a long time ago. But let's be honest with you. I watched it twice. I went to the movie theaters with my aunt, and also I watched this on DVD right after Labor Day. And the cover is very nice. I mean, you can see the designs of the turtles. It's not that bad. I mean, I like the new designs even better. It's been produced by the Warner Brothers, and it looks pretty good to me. I mean, it's not like a 2007, 2012 version of Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon. But if you take a look at it, this is from producer for the Warner Brothers. So this is a TMNT. This is the 4th movie. It's not a reboot whatsoever. But it was a very well done movie in my opinion. 35% of Rotten Tomatoes, which is I don't know, still the worst of their opinions. But the new storyline just been left off of the worst movie from TMNT 3 is the turtles been separated of their lives, and they have their own part-time jobs. And like Leonardo's traveled the world to meditate himself. Donnie is working as a telephone hotline guy, and Mikey doing some birthday parties for the little kids, and Raphael is a night watcher. And that's when Leonardo was so pissed off. Who's the new night watcher really it is? And since then, since they come back together, they made some new demons and warlocks or something like that, and even Mr. Winters himself about it as well. Karai got showed up, and he's been working with Mr. Winters. But when Leo said to her, "The Shredder is dead. Whose side are you on?" Now, I know that storyline is very confusing because is it true that it's been related from the 1993 movie of Ninja Turtles 3 they just left off? I remember in TMNT 2, The Secret of the Ooze, when Shredder drinks the ooze and transfer into Super Shredder. and the turtles decide to escape, and he's completely dead. But during the 2000 back in 1993, which is on Ninja Turtles 3, the turtles are deciding to go back in time instead, and there's no Shredder. So few years later, um, Karai showed up on the fourth movie, and Leo said to her, Shredder is dead. Whose side are you on?" Do you think that Shredder officially died on the fifth season of the Ninja Turtles 2003 edition of it? And I think that the storyline is very confusing. It could be on Ninja Turtles 3 or even to the 2003 version of the Ninja Turtles as well. So this storyline is really perplexing, to be honest with you. I remember one of the most of the scenes that Leonardo decided to fight with the Night Watcher, and it's been revealed that Raphael is the Night Watcher. They've been fighting. Raphael's so jealous, he wants to be a leader. And meanwhile, the Warlocks kidnap him, and Mr. Winters decide to make this trying to take over the world as well too. Now, even the design of April and Casey, I really like these designs, to be honest with you, and they look pretty cool, to be honest. These are the new designs of the TMNT 2007 version as well, and also they did a redesign of TMNT's Back to the Sewer on 4Kids TV on Channel 11, and they sticking on that same design as well. But what I learned is that this movie did very well. The action is great. The storylines did very well, but a little confusing. And I think that's a final movie that I used to watch it a long time ago. And it was amazing. Believe me, it is amazing. Just 3 stars for the fourth movie that I have. And yeah, along with the Turtles. Now coming up this week, I'm wrapping up on the TMNT week, and also 3 final episodes left until this summer season finale. And also, I got some very important announcement that coming this September, I'm ready for my 11th season, and I'm going to do a very special episode called Racism in America. I call Emily about it. She is very interested of it, and especially for Demetrius Scott. He also very interested as well, but um, he's still working, and hopefully, if he will definitely get some time done. So I really can't wait to do this. And also, for the first time ever, I taped the protesting around my neighborhood, but I'm not going to show you until 11th season comes. So the season 10 is almost over. I'm going on to the 11th season, and everything will be on schedule already, because I cannot wait do this from this election right now, because we're in 5 months already on this election, and I'm getting ready to pump up me time, because right now there's no tomorrow whatsoever. That is it. Anyways, Dolo para la familia. My condolences to George Floyd and his family. Protesters, do your thing. Stand up to your own rights. And I also want to give the shout out to the Apostles Church Brooklyn. Also, they get ready to their first protest as well. Good luck. Love you guys. I'm supporting you guys. Let's let the people voices heard. Amen.